Hi. Welcome back, NFI, to a new week. This week's theme is heads-up displays. The idea that if we lived in a world where you could see certain statistics about people like you would in a video game like Fallout or whatever, what statistics would you like to see about that person? And after thinking about this for a bit, I think you already have a certain level of consensual statistics given out by each person. So a person will choose what they wear, what kind of styles they might dress a bit more formally, or they might dress in sportswear, or they might have band t-shirts, or a t-shirt for their favourite video game, or it might have a joke or a meme on it, or whatever. You might have an NFI t-shirt, for example. So you, to a certain extent, many aspects about your personality already come across in the way you present yourself. And if there are aspects that you don't want to come across, be that elements of your class or your politics or your upbringing, you won't you won't display those. And of course, there are certain shirts or colours or hats that show certain political allegiance. But if people don't choose to present themselves that way actively, I don't really care to know. Let's put it that way. Like, it was, as far as it goes with our one-to-one human connection, it doesn't really matter to me. So, with that being said, you can tell a lot about a person by the way they present themselves, and I don't want to force any personal information out of somebody personally. So what can you get from them? And I think from these statistics, rather, not from them as people. And I think I would mainly like to know what kind of mood people are in, and not just kind of like a multiple point kind of thing, like saying this person is happy, this person is sad, this person is angry or frustrated or grieving. I would like, if I could, to have a percentage of each of those emotions, because not all emotions happen in isolation. You can be happy and sad and grieving yet relieved, or anxious yet happy to be around friends, for example. So I would like to see statistics of anxiety, I think, because that's a big tell. Anxiety and stress, I'm going to put those under one bracket. I think loneliness would be quite a helpful one. And then also happiness as a separate kind of entity. And anger, because I struggle to know quite when people are pissed with me. So, but if you had that information, then let's say we all had it at some point. You're in work, or you're at school, or whatever, or you're in a class, and you're surrounded by people or you've got one person there who you can't quite read, or always seems to react in very bizarre or aggressive ways, or seems overly friendly, and you can't quite work it out. I don't want statistics to tell me what they're thinking, but more to let me know what kind of mental state they are in, because mental state does drastically impact the way people interact. I know when I'm anxious or sad, especially when I'm anxious, I will I will be a completely different person and I will act in a completely different way. So I would like to be able to know that from somebody else. And that way, through knowing that information, you're not intruding on them, but you are able to understand them better and forge better human connections, which would be quite nice. So, thank you for listening to my ramble. And Mr. Posh Jarry is down for Wednesday. So, if nobody else posts tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you not tomorrow. We'll see you Wednesday.